Hi, everybody. This is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. Now, if you are a regular subscriber and viewer of my channel, great. Thank you very much. If you're not, please do subscribe, because you will know that I've been covering many, many Cosmos ecosystem projects now, and more as the ecosystem gets larger and there's more and more projects coming online. Well, I'm going to be interviewing somebody from a brand new project that is about to come online that's going to bring even more Cosmo projects online.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Apollo have produced the ultimate hardware wallet for your cryptocurrency assets, probably the most secure hardware wallet going. Use my affiliate link and the code for a discount. Please follow me on Twitter and join my official Telegram announcements channel. Also, please follow me on bittube.video. You can also follow me on Odyssey. These are both censorship-resistant platforms, and every now and then I am going to post a video which isn't going to be on YouTube. Hey, Matt, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Hey, Rich, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And I think first I want to find out who you are and what you do with the team. And then we'll get into the project, which is cosmostarter.
Sure. So I'm Cosmic Matt, CEO of cosmostarter. And my background, it comes from product management and digital marketing in the gaming, fintech, and e-commerce space. Here working with a great world-class team of developers and marketers, and we're part of the founding team of cosmostarter.
Okay. All right. I got to say two things about you. One is Cosmic Matt. What a great name. What a great name, right? But two, you are anonymous. How do I know you are who you say you are, and that, you know, this is not some sort of a setup that you're going to run off with all the people's crypto and stuff?
It's a fair question. You know, I may or may not be Satoshi Nakamoto, or his cousin.
I may or may not be him either as well.
Yeah, but it's a fair question. So the team currently being anonymous comes for more personal reasons. We have team members in certain jurisdictions right now that are not as crypto friendly. Some have high profile day jobs in tech and finance. And for those reasons, mainly we are not able to be public. To try and, you know, be more fair and public, have a public image, we've made both of our developers public, including Yura, who's been a developer for over 20 years, blockchain developer for over 5 years. We are in the process of completing a smart contract audit for our initial contract. But yeah, with an anonymous team, of course, there's always a bit more risk or due diligence that's needed. So we invite everyone to, you know, participate in our Telegram or Twitter channel. You can always observe, watch our actions. We like for our actions to speak louder than our words. And, you know, we do have the goal of becoming public down the line. There just is not a business need for our Launchpad to have a public founding team at the moment.
Right. Okay. And then the code that you use, is it all open source?
Yeah, so the code is, we are initially launching with an ERC20 token. We will make it open source. It's just currently going through the audit process. So if the community so wishes, they'll be able to find the code also once it's published on the blockchain.
Right, okay. And then the audit, will you make the results of the audit public?
Yes, we will be sharing the results of the audit as well before the launch of our token.
Right, okay. And then I would just echo, you know, what you said and expand it a little bit, that you are private is okay, a little bit of a concern because we don't know who you are and you could run off. But then being public doesn't necessarily mean that you're necessarily going to be unscrupulous as well, because there were plenty of projects in 2017 that were public and they still did all sorts of scams and stuff. So, you know, for anybody who's watching this, you got to be careful with this project and any project, and do not put in any more than you can afford to lose. All right. And I'll have all the links in the description below for people to find out more about cosmostarter and join the Telegram group and, you know, drill down into it and investigate this. Now, you said your token, which is CSMS, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Is an ERC20 token.
Yes. Initially, we are launching on ERC20. Currently, we are working on building our own IBC blockchain. It's in the testnet phase. So that will be launching within the next 2 months. and we will be doing a migration over to the IBC native token once it's ready. But similar to many launchpads in different ecosystems, we'll initially be launching in ERC20 and Uniswap. The main reason for that too is one of our missions at cosmostarter is to bring in the next wave of users into the Cosmos ecosystem. And so Cosmos today, it's grown a lot, especially in the last couple of months, but there still are challenges for building in the ecosystem and for non-Cosmos users to interact with different dexes and wallets in the space. Uniswap and ERC20 is still more familiar for more developers and users, and we want to help migrate those users over into the Cosmos ecosystem. So we'll be doing that with our token. We wish to be show the same for Solidity developers. There's a lot of EVM solutions coming online now where you can program in Solidity if that's your program language of choice, and then migrate your token over also into IBC. So it's also part of our way of just bringing in more users and trying to reach a wider mass and audience that we can eventually bridge over into Cosmos's ecosystem.
Right. Okay. And then how did you launch? Did you do some sort of sale or raise or an airdrop?
Good question. So we are currently in our community sale round. To give you full background, we raised a seed round of roughly $90,000. It's mostly a friends and family round, so people we knew personally. Over 50 people contributed, and that helped us get the project off the ground earlier on when there was really nothing and no followers, no like smart contract was finished. So that's completed. We currently have the community sale round where over 500 people have applied for the round. The form is closed for the community sale, but we'll be announcing selected participants in the coming week. And once that's completed, we look to list the CSMS token later this month.
Right. Okay. So, and now, just so people know, we recorded this on Saturday, the 16th of October. So by the time this goes out, it'll be a few days later. So people should bear this in mind when they listen to this. So how much are you hoping to raise in the community sale?
So in community sale, we're looking to raise $180,000.
Okay, and then you're going to start selling the token on Uniswap. Now, $270,000. That's not a lot.
It's in today's fundraising environment, it's definitely on the low end. We see a lot of projects raising several $1 million. In fact, we actually get requests, almost every day from VCs that are interested in this project, and their check sizes are usually $100,000 to $200,000. Mm-hmm. So we've made this decision intentionally. For one, launching a Launchpad project, it doesn't require the same amount of funds as launching an L1 chain or some other dApps where there's a lot more technical resources that need to be built. We felt with the $270,000 that we raised across the two rounds, that will be enough to launch the project and continue running it for the next 18 months. And Launchpads inherently also generate revenue from projects that they help launch. So for us, it's more a decision for the community. There's been a trend of a lot of projects coming in during the bull market. They raise a lot of money when it's easy, but then you have all of this capital that's vesting over time. And if you don't have the right set of investors, it often leads to dumping on exchanges. And the community members who are buying on listing or after the project's active, it really suppresses the token price. So by having a small and fair launch, we want to be more fair to our community members and not have dumping of tokens. So even of the amount of funds we've raised on day one, most of that will be initially locked up and vesting over 4 to 6 months.
Right. Okay. And I'm going to have the link in the description below, so people go check out the website, see the tokenomics. So how many tokens are there going to be in total?
In total, there will be eventually 100 million tokens, though the initial circulating supply will be 9.6 million, so just under 10% of the total supply.
And the rest will come about through staking rewards?
So there'll be a combination. Some will be vested tokens from the seed and community sale. In addition, we have vested tokens for the team and advisors. So the team tokens, they won't start vesting until 6 months after the project is launched.
Mhm.
But a lot of tokens will drip over time through the ecosystem fund. So for that, the majority of those tokens will be for staking. And we have some pretty exciting plans coming on the staking side of things. So traditionally in Launchpads, there are tier systems where if you hold a certain amount of tokens, you can stake them, and then you get a fixed amount of allocation into a project launch. And the more tokens you have, the more allocation you can get. We want to take those tokens that are staked for upcoming launches, and in the background, we'll actually be delegating them as well. So users who stake for the Launchpad, they get not only the benefit of participating in new project launches, they'll also get delegator rewards for staking, which those will be released over the next 24 plus months.
Right. Okay. Okay. So let me. So if I'm staking some CSS Cosmos tokens, and what I can delegate them to a project that you're launching. I'm not quite clear. Could you make it clear for me, please, Matt?
Sure. Yeah. So you, by staking for you one, get access to participate in project launches. But
so
two,
just by staking them, so let me get this breakdown. So just by staking them, say in my Kepler wallet, once you've ported over to IBC, I stake them in my Kepler wallet, and just by staking them in my Kepler wallet, I will get to participate in IDOs.
So by staking your CSMS tokens, you get to one, participate in IDOs, and two, you will earn an APR for helping to secure and validate the cosmostarter chain itself.
Ah, okay, I get it. So it'll be a double reward. So I'm currently staking Osmo or DVPN in my Kepler, and I just get the APR from staking. But with cosmostarter tokens, I'll get the staking reward plus I'll get to qualify for IDO rewards, right?
That's correct. Yes.
I got it. Wow, that's pretty exciting. Okay. Now you say you're on ERC20. It's an ERC20, and you're going to port over to IBC. Why would you do that? Why not stay with Ethereum with much higher gas fees and slow, clunky technology, which takes time?
I mean, everyone loves high gas fees, but
Okay, let me ask the question, a more sensible question. Why IBC versus any other protocol or solution? Why not use the Polygon network? Why not Binance Smart Chain? Why not, I don't know, something else?
Yeah, so our mission here is we want to be the first and premier launchpad for the Cosmos ecosystem. We see a lot of potential in Cosmos as an L1 and competitor, and it just hasn't really, there isn't the full infrastructure that's been built in Cosmos yet for a lot of projects to take off. There's been several successful launches this year like Osmosis, Juno, SIFChain, but we really want to bring the masses of users and developers into this space. So as a Cosmos focused project, we want to build our own Cosmos blockchain, and we want to help bring users into the space through interacting with wallets like Kepler and helping launch projects that are going to be on Cosmos. So while there's already launchpads, focused on other spaces like Ethereum, there's launchpads for Polygon, there's almost a launchpad for every ecosystem today, and it helps to specialize and build the tooling for a specific ecosystem, which for us is Cosmos.
Right. Okay. But given that we're going to have interoperability between different blockchains, and SIFChain already offers that because you can port over your ERC20s, then why would anybody want to launch a project through your launchpad into the Cosmos ecosystem?
Yeah, so with SIFChain, you're right. They are releasing the feature. It's either in beta or live now, where you can port over ERC20 tokens onto SIFChain. There is the main advantage of building your own blockchain is you have a bit more flexibility, and also you can control more on the security side of things, how your blockchain interacts with other blockchains. But the reality is we are speaking with several projects right now, and each project is in a different stage and they have different plans. So some projects, they want to just launch on their own IBC blockchain, similar as us, and that's fine. We can support that. Others, they prefer to work in Solidity and port their blockchain or port their smart contract over to IBC. So a CIF chain type solution may work. At the end of the day, with cosmostarter, we're here to provide the resources to make the project's launch and long-term viability a success. So that includes resources like marketing, community management, dev support, smart contract audits, and more. Mainly, the main purpose initially of our IBC blockchain is to collect funds during the fundraising process. So that can be independent of the projects that we help launch. They may launch in a different manner than the way we do.
Right. Okay. Well, let's talk about your Launchpad. So how will it work? What sort of projects have you got lined up? How will the other projects benefit? How will the Launchpad sustain itself and make money? Because you're not a charity, I don't think.
Yeah, so currently, as mentioned, we are in talks with several projects. Many are reaching out to us daily. But before a project gets launched on cosmostarter, they go through a vetting process. So we try to get to know, fully understand the project. What are they building? Where are they at today? What's their vision? Do they have a test net that we can play around with? We will provide feedback on the product. Then there's evaluating the team, like who is the team? Are they public? Are they anonymous? What have they achieved in the past? What are their goals? Do they seem trustworthy? We'll often cross-reference with other people in the industry who they may have worked with. And we try to go through several rounds of interviews with a specific team. Reality is many projects are at different phases. So some, they might still be 6 months out from being ready to launch. Others might be much sooner. So depending on which phase they're in, we can work with a project for a longer period of time. But our specialty is really the 6-week window before a project launches. That's really where we can help bring value. And majority of the value we bring is usually on the marketing and community management side. So a lot of projects we speak to, they're really developer heavy. They have great product vision, but on the marketing side of things, that's super important in crypto to build a community and user base of people that believe in your project, that really understand it, and they'll be supporters not just from your launch, but long term as you go through bear and through bull markets. You want users and supporters that will be there. And
Right.
So similar to what we've done with our community at cosmostarter, which we just started building last month, has over 1,000 Telegram, over 2,000 Twitter members, all 100% built organically. We can do the same for other projects, in addition to offering, dev support and smart contract audits and the more technical side of things. But our focus and specialty is really that 6-week window before launch and getting everything ready from really a non-technical side to ensure a successful launch.
Right. Okay. And then what do you get out of it? And then how does the other project pay for this service?
Yeah, so we have not disclosed currently the pricing, but I can tell you from other launchpads, often they will take a percentage of the amount raised as a fee for their services of helping launch the project.
Right. Okay. All right. And does the other project have to pay with CSMS tokens?
We haven't disclosed the pricing yet, so I can't answer that question.
Okay, no problem. All right. And then you said you've got some projects that you're already in discussion with. Can you let us know any of them? And if you can't tell us their names, can you tell us a little bit about the stuff that they're doing or what's coming down the pipeline?
Yeah, until we have formal partnerships announced, there's no updates currently on the projects. What I can say is there are a few really exciting ones we're speaking with, and the goal is to have our first launch lined up and announced by the end of this quarter.
Right. Okay. So that we're looking at the end of the year, sort of. I got it. End of this quarter, and then how this would be like a traditional sort of sale. People will use their CSMS or their Atom to purchase these new tokens.
So most sales today, they happen in stable coins on different launchpads.
Right.
For the Cosmos ecosystem, the stablecoin ecosystem is still developing. UST, it will be going online on Cosmos soon. So if that's available at the time of the launch, very likely we'll be raising in UST. Though if it's not available, what we are able to fundraise on ERC20 and stablecoins. And again, where we fundraise or collect funds can be different from where the final token gets distributed, say on the IBC blockchain.
Right. Okay. All right. And then the CSMS holders, they get to stake, and then they get to participate in the IDOs just by staking their tokens. Are there any other advantages to holding that token?
Yeah, so we are working on a longer term roadmap, which we released earlier this week. The main advantages initially, though, will be participating in the IDOs and earning staking rewards. But further down the line, there will be governance benefits and next year multi-chain benefits of also holding CSMS tokens.
Right. And then once, do you have an exact date when it will go live on Uniswap and what the initial listing price will be for the token?
So the initial listing price will be 1 cent, which will be 25% more than the community sale price. Given the community sale, they only get 20% at listing. So again, we're trying to, even though we want to reward our early supporters, we still want to make the listing price fair for people that do buy on listing. And this token will be listing towards the end of October. We don't have a specific date yet, but you can look out for that within, I guess, within a week of this interview going live.
Right. Okay. Okay. And I want to ask you about airdrops. Mm-hmm. If they're part of your roadmap or vision, because I bought Atom on a whim. I didn't do my own due diligence. It really was this looks good. I think I'll buy some and I'll hold some. And that was over a year ago. And it's worked out really well for me because I got airdropped Osmo, and then I got airdropped Juno, and there's more airdrops to come. Is airdrops going to be part of your offering in any way? Apart from what we've already mentioned with the CSMS tokens being staked.
Yeah, so airdrops have been really popular within the Cosmos ecosystem. As you mentioned, early Atom stakers, they received a ton of early airdrop rewards. So in that spirit, we also will be doing a multi-part airdrop for cosmostarter. The first part has already been announced and completed, which was an early bird airdrop. For early members in our Telegram channel that have been active, they'll be receiving cosmostarter tokens. We've yet to announce the details of the second and third parts of our airdrop, but if you are an Atom staker today, stay tuned since there is exciting news coming ahead for an airdrop opportunity.
Okay, I am an Atom staker, and I am excited to hear about this exciting news that's coming. Okay, and again, I'll have all the links in the description below if people want to keep up to date with this project. Is there anything else you want to let us know, or anything else we haven't covered, Matt, that you think would be useful for people to know about?
Yeah, I guess, again, to reiterate, we are super bullish on the Cosmos ecosystem. When I first really dived into this space in April this year, we spent several months just speaking with different people in the ecosystem, like different project owners, different validators, different influencers. And we really tried to take the time and see what are the problems that exist in the Cosmos ecosystem that's been limiting it from taking off like other chains have. So things like difficulty for some developers programming in Cosmos, like challenges for users interacting with wallets. Even at the time, there still wasn't Osmosis, so there wasn't an easily usable DEX. And that's really been the background, and that's helped shape our strategy for how we want to launch cosmostarter. And we're super excited to be here. Like, again, we're launching later in October. Like, it's very evident there's a need for a launchpad in the Cosmos space. We see it every day with projects reaching out to us. It is still a little bit more of an early stage blockchain than our others, like maybe Avalanche or Polygon. But we're super excited for where things are going, and we just want to be here to bring in the next wave of users and developers into the Cosmos ecosystem.
Great. Okay. And what you've just said has triggered another question, which is you're going to do all this community management and promotion and marketing, as well as offering advisory and consultancy services. What are you going to do to get the word out about Cosmos and these projects that you're going to be launching?
Yeah, so we have a world-class team focused on community management. So, we do interviews like this one today, helping sponsor events. We'll actually have a representative at the Cosmoverse conference coming up in Lisbon next month. And yeah, we're just building community one member at a time. Our goal is to get not just 1,000, but 10,000 members into our community in the next few months, and continue to snowball from there.
Great. Okay, Matt. Thank you. Thank you. Matt, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time out to have this conversation with me and let people know about cosmostarter. I personally am very excited, but also I think there's a lot of benefits to the whole Cosmos ecosystem. I don't know if you know about how Kusama and Polkadot work, that if I had Kusama tokens, what I would need to do is they do these crowd sales where I delegate them, or they get locked for a whole year, and then I get some of the coins or the whichever project or tokens, whichever project's being launched. But my Kusama is now locked for a year. And what's great about the Cosmos ecosystem is my Atom coins are only locked for 21 days with 21 days notice, and I still get loads of projects and airdrops and more to come. So I think it's very, very exciting. I think it's very, very fast and very, very smooth. And I look forward to finding out what sort of projects you've got going on and talking to you again and somebody else from the team again. And I'll speak to you about that in a moment. And anybody who's watching, if you have any comments or questions, let me know in the description below. What's your experience of using the Cosmos projects? And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Cosmic Matt signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.